It's showtime, and it says we're live.
And live from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and
Live from Rock Hill, South Carolina.
In the Bear Cave,
yep,
we have a guest host,
we sure do.
You got
guest star, I guess.
a little different face behind the camera.
Yep, Rusty.
If you've watched, he comes on Sunday mornings with Lee when they do cooking with the Cubs, and he's been on here before.
I have been here two
Been,
times.
He's been in the chat several times.
Yep.
So we got the grilling dude. We got
suffer
barbecue.
because I suffer from a vision issue and I can't drive at night. So whenever the weather changes, it got wintertime, it gets dark. Even though I only live 3 minutes down the road from him, it gets too dark for me. But now that the time change has occurred, we got plenty of daylight. I can come out and play now.
All right, so Pickles. What's up, Pickles? What's up, the grilling dude? Hope everybody's doing fine.
But Charlie says he's new to this world of culinary magic.
Yeah, it was called.
Learn in amazement.
It's called editing.
Yeah.
So,
amazed.
So, Mike, you threw up a challenge.
Yep, I did.
Well, do we want to call it a challenge or just a topic?
A topic.
A topic.
Topic. Yeah.
So your topic was
meatball subs.
Okay.
So I'm doing a low carb version, and because I do low carb, and Rusty does not do a low carb do low carb. So what are you doing, Rusty?
I'm making dinner for the family. So when I leave here, I'll take whatever I produce tonight home so my family can eat.
There you go.
It's really strange, as the viewers will see, you and I come into this without any type of consultation with each other. Yep. And we have a very, very similar idea for what we're doing tonight.
We sure did.
That was really surprising.
We sure did, and that's what we try to do. We on purpose. We don't discuss this ahead of time as to other than what we're doing. We don't discuss how we're doing it. It's we figure whatever happens, and that makes it better.
Yep.
So I'm doing a low carb version, and what I'm going to use is I've got meatballs, chicken meatballs, already made from Trader Joe's.
Those are some big chicken balls.
Yeah. Who knew chicken has balls?
Are they roosters?
They must have been. They must have been.
It's 2024 now. Don't cut anybody short.
Oh man, here we go. All right. Your cornbread video. Oh, yeah. So Charlie's talking about my cornbread video that I made the other day. I didn't have buttermilk, so I used heavy whipping cream.
Yeah.
And I didn't adjust more heavy whipping cream, so it came out real dry and crumbly. And he's saying that I could have made a quick buttermilk by taking milk and adding lemon juice or vinegar.
Right. Yeah.
Something acidic, and then let it kind of rest, and then it would have what's the right word? Not curdle, but thicken.
Yeah. And
marinate.
I have been told that this will work with milk alternatives. It doesn't have to be cow's milk. That it'll work with, say, an almond milk or a flax milk or a coconut milk.
Oh, I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, but I've been told that it will.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bun is going to be a keto hot dog bun for the subs. Going to be on that, and I'm also going to do it with one of these tortillas to show you how you can do it two ways. And my sauce, I'm just going to use a store-bought sauce. It's a pizza sauce. So.
Yep.
forgiveth me.
What's great is we're still keeping with the theme of Rusty just got off work. He's coming home. He's got to fix dinner for the family. Perfect scenario for a show.
Yep.
So you're not going to sit there and make a sauce while you're at work.
No.
You're not going to set up the crock pot and have that run all day. It's just not going to happen.
Right, because the longer a sauce cooks, the better it is.
And I know my grandma doesn't make sauce. I don't know if she has in 30 years, 40 years. And I know she won't do it for me now. She's 94 and just figuring out life at the old folks' home. So,
yeah.
The assisted living home. So, she's not going to be staying over no sauce for me.
Well, my mama and daddy and my two sisters that are older than me, my sisters are older than me, daddy was stationed in Italy for a while, and mama would make sauce from scratch after being in Italy. And so, that's why I try to do it whenever possible. But
yep.
I'm not opposed to using a jar, as you can see.
Not at all.
Because some of these jar sauces have gotten to where they're really good.
Yep.
That Rayo's brand, that is a very good
Dead on the money great. I mean, it is.
And for the cost, though, I mean, if you got a family of 5, you're not buying that.
No. But I have found that if you look at the Aldi brand, they have one that has everything is the same as what's in the Rayo's, and it is like half the cost, or even more than half.
Well, while Rusty tells you his ingredients, I will go get a sauce that I was recently introduced to, and I absolutely love.
Okay.
My ingredients, whereas you have chicken meatballs, I have got the Italian-style meatballs already made and formed at the Food Line local grocery store. They're still raw. I mean, I still got to cook them, but I'm using they're pre-made meatballs, but not cooked. And for my bun, just like you're using a hot dog bun, I got me a top slice hot dog bun. And again, we did not converse about this at all. We both just have the same idea in our head. But it's a top split bun so that it doesn't flip and flop like a regular hot dog bun does. It'll sit flat.
Right.
And then I've got the jar pizza sauce. And I've got some diced up onions, peppers, and mushrooms. And I got mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to cook the meatballs. After they get cooked, I'm going to add the sauce. Going to be filling up the top slice bun. Then I'm going to sprinkle the mozzarella cheese on it. Then in the Dutch oven, I'm going to take we got the trivet in there, and I'm going to take and put the buns inside the Dutch oven on a trivet with the lid, as Lee's putting it on now, getting it hot so we can put the lid on it inside the Dutch oven, melt the cheese, hopefully get it browned up like on a pizza, and toast the bun. And I've got a butter garlic sauce right here that I'm going to be using to brush the hot dog bun for a garlic salt buttery crust, just like I like my pizza. Yep. And hopefully that'll help toast up the bun some. And I'm going to make little pizza subs.
There you go. I love it.
This is what I found.
Dave Fratelli. Huh.
It's over by the pizza sauces.
Yeah.
And it is my new favorite pizza sauce.
Was that in Food Line?
Yes.
Okay.
Walmart has it. And the ingredients, well, you can't really read it. We tried this before, but there's not very many.
Right.
It's right here where my finger is.
What's the count?
It is 7 total for a quarter cup.
Okay.
And it's only 5 grams of sugar for a quarter cup.
Okay.
So pretty good.
That's not bad.
And it is my new favorite pizza sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, well, y'all, let's
get cooking.
Let's get into it.
Cooking.
Yeah, let me adjust y'all here, and boom, there we are.
All righty, let me get this here camera adjusted.
Our treasured home, how are you doing?
Hey, Nancy.
So, Nancy, we have Rusty cooking with us today.
I saw where somebody was saying, "Where's the cauliflower bun?"
Yep, that's Mr. Pickles, and I wasn't getting that creative today.
No, me either.
I did see a version of a 2-ingredient bagel.
No.
This sounded interesting, and it was Greek yogurt and almond flour.
Yeah, because that's a take on using flour, regular flour, all-purpose flour, and the
The heavy whipping cream.
yeah, and or the Greek yogurt, because you can make a pizza crust that way too.
When I first started the keto thing, I searched and searched. I could not find a cauliflower pizza crust that I could stomach. I could not find a good one.
Well, most of them that you see out there that they say cauliflower crust, if you look at it, they have got so many carbs, and that they kind of just whispered cauliflower over it. They didn't put any in it really.
What I'm finding, excuse me, what I'm finding, Mike, is a lot of the keto stuff is becoming kind of like the vegetarian, or vegan. It's heavily processed.
Yep.
And which, yes, the ingredients are less carb-wise and are all under the umbrella of keto, but it's heavily processed.
Right.
Which, just like the vegan stuff, it may be plant-based, but it's so heavily processed that it's almost not even worth it.
Yeah.
And I say that, but like I still buy the keto bread versus the regular bread. I
Right.
spend the extra $5 because of how it makes me feel. So
Yeah,
it is all that.
Yeah, the keto bread, the Aldi brand, I do. It doesn't mess with my wife's blood sugar at all.
You're making pizza sauce.
So I like that.
Instead of crumbling up for pizza, use the
Adventure Roads, how are you doing?
peppers, onions, mushrooms, cheese, pizza sauce.
How about a broccoli
What
bun?
do you like on your pizza? Do you like all of that?
Wow.
Not necessarily, but I didn't know.
I don't know, dude. A broccoli bun. I hadn't seen that one.
Huh?
Broccoli
bun.
Put the meatballs on.
Can't say as I've seen that either.
I wonder if you could do like
let the cheese toast up like a pizza.
like a cauliflower broccoli mince. Because I don't know if you want to eat something green, like a green bun coming to your face. You know what I mean? Because then it'd be like it would be odd looking. Kind of like when they had those black burgers that was the Burger King had those.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They had the black bun. You're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that did not look real good to me.
Yeah, Charlie, same concept as a pita. I got I'm gonna talk Mike through one and see how I did one. I did a standalone video today, and see if he can recreate it instead of a taco. When Mike has a minute, we'll see what we can. See if I can't talk him into it.
I don't know that I can do what you did with these because they're not big enough. They're only about 6 inches across.
Okay. Well, if not, I'll do it over here with Rusty. So what are you doing, Mike? You got your handy dandy little rubber
I got the rubber stick.
Okay.
And I'm just warming up the meatballs. They're fully cooked, and they have uh, virtually no carbs in them. It's amazing. Um, and I'm getting it, just kind of getting it a little toasted. Put a little color on it, get them heated up just a little bit, nothing more. And right here, I've got these set up here where I can kind of let them do their thing when it's time to put them in the oven and let
Okay.
it
So
melt it.
just getting them opened up and relaxing a little. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, so that they'll do their thing a little easier.
Okay. Okay.
These are mine are not top cut; they are side cut because I don't know of a single keto bun that is top cut. I wish there was.
All right.
I just got the top cut because I thought it would be easier to sit down and toast, and it wouldn't flip and flop like a regular hot dog does.
Right, and I fully agree with you. That's what would have been great. That's a great idea because I think that's perfect. But you can see
So
it's starting to get a little color to them now.
Charlie says you can make a pita with yogurt. Well, you know what, Charlie? I'm going to try this 2-ingredient bagel thing. I had planned on doing it where it was going to be a bun, but I didn't have a mold that would work like a hot dog bun. Because I could use a corn stick pan, but those are too narrow for a hot dog or for a meatball.
Hey Lee, maybe it'll make a biscuit.
Yeah. Now a biscuit would be something there.
Some kind of new sausage gravy biscuit for you to try. I know the missus is going to be real excited over it.
If I don't tell her what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because I tried so you remember Matt, was it Matt Troyce? I can't pronounce his name right.
Yeah.
When he was on, I looked up his 2-ingredient bagels, and it was eggs and I think almond flour. And they turned out good. I mean, it was just like eating a plain omelet.
Yeah.
Much in it, so it was okay. But this sounded kind of interesting. Dude says a broccoli bun.
I don't know how you get it to hold together.
Yeah, you have to use some awful good binder to hold that together.
Yeah.
There'd have to be cheese involved.
If you do it like the cauliflower crust, or like if you guys tried the chicken pizza crust?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that yet. I want to.
That turned out pretty good. I did that once.
Well, I did it once with a canned chicken.
Yeah.
And ended up Teresa and Tamara didn't even want the pizza on it. They just had me fry it, and they use it for flat chicken nuggets.
Well, and that's where we use the same process to make chicken nuggets. Remember we did that, Tug? We made those and we put them in the molds to make dinos.
It didn't really work out that way.
No, but we tried. We had fun. Charlie, you're fine, brother. You're fine. Well, we got Dutchy. What's going on, Dutchy?
Hey,
How's it going, my friend? Bat 13, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Bat. I'm so glad you joined us today.
This may be a weird question. How do you think you got diabetes? Well, I got it partially hereditary.
That is a weird question, Pickles.
Yeah, partially hereditary because and I had a high, at the time I was 24 when I got diagnosed. And I had a real super high sugar diet.
A gallon of Mountain Dew a day?
Pretty much. It was 1 to 2 cans of Mountain Dew for breakfast with Pop-Tarts. That was my staple. Sandwiches, pizza, Pop-Tarts, that was my staple. But when we found out that I was diabetic and I had to have metformin, I had to have a certain dosage to help it stay under control. That tells you that your body's not making enough insulin.
Yeah.
So that's where the hereditary thing comes in. You know, my grandparents had it. My dad got diagnosed 15 years after I did. So, but yeah, that was part of it. So,
And me, I got diagnosed in 2000. I was working for an internet company called SetLink, and we were all, I say all, there was like 4 of us sitting in the break room, and the owner of the company was sitting in the break room with us. And he pulled out his meter and he just tested the sugar there. I had never seen that meter before. I didn't know what they were. And so we just started asking him questions. And he said, hey, let's do this. And he went around the room and tested everybody. Just, telling him what the numbers are. And he got to me, it said ERR. So he took his alcohol pad, cleaned off my finger again. He said, let's try this again. He did it again, and it said ERR. And I said, what does that mean? He said, well, my meter only registers up to 600. That means you need to go to the hospital. And he made me clock out and go to the hospital right then. And whenever I got to the hospital, my sugar was 714.
Good Lord.
And I had no idea. I just been living my life eating it that way. And like Lee, my favorite drink was Mountain Dew. I drank Mountain Dew and Mellow Yellow. That was all I drank. And but I found out in 2000, and my mom and my dad both had diabetes. My grandparents on both sides of the family had diabetes. I mean, so I know some of it was hereditary, but I know that 90% of it had to be my lifestyle back then.
yeah, because there wasn't, even in the 2000s, there wasn't much around diabetes. It was, you're diabetic, here's insulin. And, and that was kind of it. They were starting to do metformin, I think, had been around for a while, but not, I mean, if you didn't know about it, you weren't into the diabetes thing, right? You just knew something your grandparents had. And yeah, Charlie, no, you're not meaning no offense, buddy. It's a honest question.
It is.
And
It's an honest question.
one way it's always good to get checked whenever you're feeling really odd or weird or crazy. But I had to go to the bathroom. Like, I had to pee all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But you would go and nothing would happen.
Yeah.
And that was what, after about 4 days of that, I was like, something's wrong. Something's not right. And that's when I went to the doctor, and he's like, oh, and here's the other thing. At the same time, the wife and I were trying to get, she was trying to get pregnant and couldn't. And we went through all of the stuff, right? Because we're like, oh, it's got to be the woman. It's got to be the woman, right? And even the doctor was like, it's the woman. Let's check her out. We went through everything. She was all good. And he looked at me and he said, well, big boy, because at the time I was 350 plus. And he said, well, big boy, let's get you checked. And that's when I started having to where I had to go to the bathroom a lot, but nothing was happening. And, finally I was like, I feel like I'm going to pee my pants, but there's nothing happening. So when I went to the doctor, they were like, yep, you're past pre-diabetic. You are. And I was what, 24 then? 24, 25, 26, somewhere in there?
I don't know. I wasn't alive then.
Yeah. So no, it's a fantastic question, buddy. And I went through, probably the next 15 to 18 years probably about that, of roller coaster. Up and down, up and down, up and down. I'd be taking care of myself, then I wouldn't. Then I wouldn't. And it was all depression related. You know, I find that even with my eating now, instead of drinking, when I start feeling bad, I eat junk. So that is, you know, so I've substituted there. But yeah, man, there was times I don't know how I'm still around.
Me too. I wonder that sometimes.
But it's a fantastic question, man. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
That is a good question.
The rest of the chat might be good with Charlie in the room. Charlie's great, man. It's your origin story as a keto man. Yep. I mean, and I didn't really start doing keto or keto-ish. I don't know if you'd call it like dirty keto.
Let's not call it that.
Lazy. Well, there's so many labels. I don't even want to call it that. But all right, Mike, what you getting ready to do?
I'm finishing off the topping of cheese on here.
Ooh, okay. And Rusty,
We're going in the oven to finish it off.
I got to move over a little bit. There.
My meatballs are just about done. So now I'm getting some garlic butter, getting these buns basted up, getting them ready to prep up and drop into the cast oven.
So, yeah, I started doing keto-ish because when I started going through the cancer treatments and finding inflammation, I was fighting inflammation kind of bad. And cutting out the white starches made me feel better. So,
that is an added benefit to keto. It does cut back on inflammation big time in you.
Yep. And yeah, I mentioned it a lot. My one cousin, she works at the Cancer Society there in Noonan, and she had brought that up, and I said, you know what? I feel like crap. So let's try it. And so I found like the tacos. I mean, everybody loves tacos, right? Yep. But if I eat keto shells, I don't feel as bad the next day. Like my joints, my knees, especially my knees. Boy, them dudes were hurting something fierce. So yeah, and then I just started trying to eat cleaner. I mean, I go through spurts where my depression fires up and I'm eating junk food like crazy to an extent. But Guggen, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? So Rusty, you used to be keto.
Yep, I did it really religiously for about a year, and then I got tired of cooking 2 meals. I would cook my meal, and then I would cook for everybody else. And I got to the point where I just pretty much quit caring about my meal, my stuff, and I just started eating what I made for everybody else. And gradually, I just got away from keto. But whenever I first started, I lost 43 pounds in the first 5 months.
There you go.
And I remember kind of not really giving him static, but he would always say, I can't have that. I can't have that. And my thing was, if you say you can't, you're setting yourself up for sabotage.
Yeah.
So I would always say, instead of saying you can't, if you want that, have it in moderation.
Or what I'll say is I choose not to have that.
Right. And that was kind of where I was where I was trying to go with him, but sometimes it didn't come across that way. Probably a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's in the oven now, and it's just to kind of get a little toasted on the bun and melt the cheese. Put a little color to the cheese and a little melt on it. But I just tried one of these meatballs.
Yeah.
They are seriously good.
They look good.
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie says turmeric is good for inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. And I take a turmeric got it. It's a capsule.
Do you?
Yeah, I take one. I've been on that for quite a while. I take one of those every night with my other.
No, I feel bad that I
Supplements.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I take. So my evening dose is I take a metformin, and then I have about, I don't know, 5 different supplements like vitamin D, vitamin C, fish oil,
Do you think that helps?
turmeric. You know, my family doctor asked me that, and it could be just a placebo, but here's what I can say. I don't get sick, like allergies and stuff, like I used to since I started taking the vitamin C and stuff.
Or are you just gaslighting yourself into believing that you're not sick?
And it could be a placebo. That is a complete thing.
It's
That is-
science.
That is a whole real thing, that the placebo effect.
Oh yeah.
I started reading a book several months ago, and I kind of got tired of it because it was all about the placebo effect. These different studies where they would tell them, hey, you're getting this kind of drug, and then half of those would actually get a sugar pill or a saltwater pill or whatever, saline solution.
Saline, right?
And so that was, after so many trials, you're like, okay, I'm tired of reading the same thing. But that was their placebo effect, what they were talking about. Okay, I'm being too nice. You lost 43 pounds from where? Losing hair?
Well, now with Rusty, the hair stopped growing on his head and started growing off of his face.
That's right.
Yeah.
It just went in reverse.
Now, Rusty did put, I mean, he'll tell you. I'll let him tell you. But you gained a lot back after.
I did.
And it wasn't so much your eating habit changed, but it was what you were eating.
Right. Because I was 300 pounds, and I got down to 250, and now I'm back up to 265. So I got some work to do.
But I will say, he used to come down, he'd say, hey, I need a nail. I said, for what? Had to nail another hole in the belt.
There you go.
So that was pretty cool.
I'm telling you now that one of the things about keto, you may not see any pounds fall off, but you will see where inches will fall off when pounds aren't.
Yes. I've definitely found that to be true. Especially whenever you start to reach your plateau, you lose a whole lot of weight at first, and you'll see it in the mirror. Yep. But then you get to a certain point where you look at the mirror and you're like, man, has this quit working? What's going on? But I mean, your clothes still fit better and better, but you can't physically see any difference.
Right, exactly. I went from a 44 waist to a 38.
Dude, the other day, well, I guess it was a couple months ago, I went and bought a pair of gym shorts. They were a large. I haven't seen a large since I was probably in the 8th grade.
Yeah. Well, I'm in large. I'm in large myself. Yeah.
And the last 5K that we did, they didn't have any 2X shirts. They only had an XL. I put that joker on thinking, man, this is gonna be tight. I'm gonna look like a swole up sausage, ready to bust. And it fit perfect.
Well, what size was that shirt my daughter just bought you the other day?
2X. Yep. I wear a 2X pretty comfortably now. So, all right, Rusty, tell them what you just did.
All right. I just assembled my sandwiches, got them on a trivet inside the Dutch oven, been heating up those lids to help generate a lot of heat to come from the top so it can melt the cheese, because I got a super melty mozzarella cheese, and it can hopefully toast it brown like you do on a pizza cheese. And I've got garlic butter basted all over the bun so that it'll help it toast. So it'll have a garlic butter toasted bun with melted cheese on it.
There you go.
Nice. Ozempic. No,
I'm on Ozempic right now.
that was, and the wife and I were talking about Ozempic yesterday. Because she's not diabetic, she's the one person she's seeing was talking about trying to get her on it, but because she's not diabetic, it would be extremely hard for her to get it. But the reason why they were looking at it is because it helps your body break through that stall.
Yeah.
Like no matter what you do, you can't lose any more. And like she works out really good. She does, she watches what she eats. She's walking more, but she's not seeing it
Right.
in pounds or inches. So this would help her get broke through, but because she's not diabetic, it's kind of hold up.
Yeah.
So, Rolling Smoke Barbecue, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
But yeah, Rusty was on. He was keto for a long time, and then I mean, it's your story. You want to tell it?
Again, it was just it gets expensive cooking 2 meals a day. Whenever you're cooking for yourself and then cooking for the other stuff for your family, and not only expensive but time consuming.
Yeah.
And I got tired of it. And so instead of catering to myself and making sure that I was eating right, I started out just eating what they ate, but maybe not all of it. Or if I made Philly cheesesteak sandwiches on my Blackstone for the family, I would just take all the ingredients and eat them in a bowl. I wouldn't have the bread. And then I got to where, one sandwich ain't gonna hurt, and I would eat the bread. And it just gradually, I just pretty much just gave up on myself. I guess I just went back to normal just because it was easy.
Yep. And so Charlie's saying he ran a conference, and 3, 4, and 5 XLs were the shirts that they ran out quickly.
Because I'm a 3.
Yep. So
that's one of the reasons I feel so much more comfortable in my senior apron. That original certified apron feels like a bib.
Yeah. Okay, Mike. All right, Mike. I see you. This look good.
Yep.
All right.
Let me see if I can get the missus to come in and do a taste test here.
Wow. That was a quick one, too. That was like 35 minutes.
Less than very long.
30 minutes.
Yep. Which, if I had made the sauce from scratch and done the meatballs like Rusty did, yeah, it would have took longer. But that's okay. That's, we did it.
Yeah, but even me, I'm probably only 10 minutes from being done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
I just keep picking at the cheese now. When the cheese gets to where I want it, I'm done.
There you go.
And you use a trivet in the bottom of this Dutch oven.
It keeps the bread off the bottom of the Dutch oven itself.
So it doesn't over toast.
It circulates the heat all the way around it.
Yep. Good thinking. 5 exercise would help. But she does exercise. She does a video one, 3, 4 times a week. But like she was doing it every day and not seeing anything. So Rusty, I mean, not to pick on you too much. I know my medication has changed. Not really decreased any, because since treatments, my pancreas has been like, hey, screw you, buddy. What was your diabetes doing when you were keto than when you got off of it?
Well,
to where you are, because now you've been non-keto for
close to 2 years now.
probably more than that.
I think so. I know it's been a while.
Probably 3.
But I know that my metformin, I take 2 metformin in the morning and I take 2 at night. My doctor at one time had cut me down to just 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And then the Jardiance that I'm on, he took me completely off of Jardiance. But since then, I have been put back up to my regular dosage of both the Jardiance and the metformin. But he did add the Ozempic. It's been about a year now. And that helped me. Like I've told you, whenever I get my doctor's reports, that's helped me lose weight.
Yeah.
But
it's kept your A1C down.
Down. Not where it needs to be, but it has been down.
Yep.
Well, we have the.
You got a taste test coming up.
I does.
Needs more pepperoncinis.
Pepperoncinis.
She would not be touching it. She would not touch it.
I think that was a shot to Rusty because Rusty and pepperoncinis.
No pepperoncinis for me.
Me either. I thought that was me that you were directing that to, that you had known that about me already. So what am I doing?
That recipe that's going around Facebook and all, the Mississippi pot roast.
Uh-huh.
That would be great as long as you didn't put the pepperoncinis in that jar of juice in there. But if you didn't put that in there, it wouldn't be the Mississippi pot roast.
Okay, so tell me what I got.
You got a meatball sub.
Did it work?
Yeah. It didn't brown, but it's melted really, really good. The bread is toasted. I just need a little bit more heat.
Yep.
Very good. Thumbs up.
All right. She liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Good job.
Go ahead. Eat it.
I can take it. I can take it with me.
You
Okay.
can take it and eat it.
This Paige, you were like the highlight of the whole show.
Oh, yeah. You lie terribly.
No,
At least I try.
True.
They didn't have to look at our ugly pussies.
See you later.
See you later.
Trumpet Master, we got meatball subs.
What's on them? Yes. Meatball subs. So, Mike, how is you don't have sugar trouble,
No,
but Mrs. does. How has her diabetes changed since you went keto?
But I have type.
now she has a different type than what y'all have. Y'all have got type 2. She's got type 1.
Oh, okay.
She's had it since she was 6 years old. And it has helped to keep her blood sugar in control. You know, there's no matter how we do, she's not going to have
It's a question for you.
I'm not going to have
What is a food that's
a reducer. Her diabetes is always going to be there.
would or wants to?
Unlike with y'all, where it can go away, and your A1C get back to a normal rate. Her A1C right now, the last A1C she had was 6.6. But for a lifelong diabetic, that is excellent.
That is incredible.
Wow. Yeah.
So her blood sugar, she's on an insulin pump and a constant glucose monitor. That's how I know that the Aldi bread does not affect her blood sugar.
Right.
Because of that. And so the Aldi bread, the Costco bread, keto bread, and the Walmart keto bread do not affect her blood sugar. But the rest of them, they have a little bit of an effect on it. The Arnold especially, Lewis is not as bad as the others, but the Arnold, it affects it the most. Which I have some, and I've got something over here for us to try. I've got some mini bagels or some half bagels, whatever you want to call it, thin bagels, whatever they are. that I want us to try, and I'm gonna see how it affects her blood sugar. They're keto, supposedly, so we'll find out. I haven't tried them yet, but we're gonna. I figure some lox and cream cheese, also known as salmon and cream cheese, smoked salmon. But that's where we are with that. But my A1C, I don't have any issues with sugar. My A1C is around 5.4, 5.3, and so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And all my other numbers are great too. But her cholesterol came down a lot doing keto. Doing keto, it makes it a lot easier to control her blood sugar. We go to the doctor, and the doctor says, "You are my best patient." And,
Awesome.
and she says, I would like for you to talk to my other patients and tell them what you're doing. And we told her, yeah, sure. But she had never gotten back in touch, so we may have just been talking. But she said, you lifelong diabetic, and you're doing great. And you can see it. When they download stuff, there's a graph that shows what her blood sugar is, and very small waverings off a straight line. It's a little wavy, but not much. And she, like yesterday, she was in range on her blood sugar 98% of the time.
All right.
There it is. Yeah. So how many meatballs did you use per sub?
3.
That's what I did. Except for the ones that I made with the tortilla, which I got 4 on them each.
The bread is nice and toasted. Cheese is nice and melted.
There you go.
I probably should have buttered or sprayed the trivet. The bottom of the bun stuck to the trivet a little bit. I couldn't reach my hands in there without touching the walls of the Dutch oven to get it out. That's why Lee came over and he lifted up the trivet for me.
There you go.
But that's
you didn't have enough hands.
Hey, Scotty, how are you?
Hey, Scotty.
Nice. I get the taste test. So Charlie asked a question. Let me find it here. Rusty's had time to think about it. What is a food that sounds unusual to Rusty that he would or wants to try? Now, the reason why he's asking is because Rusty's very picky.
Yeah.
So, what do you think there, buddy?
To tell you the truth, something that's really strange that I like to try is, like I just told you, I'd like to try ostrich. I really would.
But what is there anything else?
That's the most exotic, probably. Just regular food that people eat that I don't eat. I can't really think of anything I want to try because I've already tried a lot of it, and that's how I know I don't like it.
You ever had brains and eggs?
Now, my grandpa used to get little cans like potted meat that was pig brains, and he would have that with breakfast in the morning. I could never make myself eat it. I could never do it. Just like liver mush, liver pudding, I can't bring myself to taste it because the word liver is in it.
I don't.
Even though everybody tells me you can't taste any liver whatsoever, just because the name is there, I couldn't eat it. But I know that from what everybody tells me, if I was at a friend's house and they gave it to me and just didn't say what it was, I would eat it without a problem, and I would probably like it. But if I know what it is, I can't put anything with the word liver in my mouth.
Until recently, I couldn't eat calamari because I knew it was squid. And I fished with squid, and I had seen squid at its worst. And every time I would try to bring a little piece of calamari up to my mouth to eat it, it was like, nope. I can't do it. But now I tried some in New York City, and I'm here to tell you it was good.
I like calamari. I like it fried.
That was what this was. It was breaded and fried. But I was on vacation, so I did not worry about it.
So, Bat13 says, Rusty, awesome job. Nancy says, looks fabulous. Guys, that's awesome.
Lee, what you think?
I like it. I like the pizza twist to it. It does taste like the toppings from a pizza. Like a supreme pizza type deal.
Right.
Liver is a strong taste, so that's not true. I don't know. I've only done chicken livers.
Chicken liver is catfish bait.
Ostrich is good, lean, but it's very good. What was it? I saw something the other day that said that it was a meme, and it said, I just found out that ostriches forgets everything right after it happens, or 10 minutes after it happens, or whatever. And then it said, my spirit animal's an ostrich.
There used to be a hamburger place called Fuddruckers. I don't think there's any of them around anymore.
There is. I used to fix all their computers.
Oh, okay.
We just closed the one down in Matthews, North Carolina, a couple years ago. But there's still one in like the Greenville, Spartanburg area.
Well,
I love Fuddruckers.
Yeah, Fuddruckers at one time. I don't know if they still have it or not. They had an ostrich burger because ostrich is a red meat.
I don't. They must not still have it because all the years that I fixed their computers, I never ran across it, or I would have tried one.
Because I had it whenever I would go there. That's what I would get, and oh my Lord, it was good. I can't find ostrich anywhere else. Cow balls.
Probably have to go online to one of them exotic places. I'm trying to do like the online butcher.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think the one that which one Scotty uses. I forget that one.
What is that?
Snake River Farms?
No, he goes to the local one and then he goes to another one. He orders from, I don't know, Scotty, if you're around, throw it in there, man. But yeah. All right, well, we are about 8 more minutes and then we're at an hour. So, hey, you guys killed it, man.
Yeah. I think we did. I love it.
So I want to
I've had that
real quick a way to use our tortilla.
Okay.
And kind of as your bread. So let me turn this so you can see. I might have to pop in and get a tortilla. So what I got is the La Banderita, the big ones. I mean, you can see how big that is, right? Right.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm going to take one. And because Rusty's already got this hot, I'm going to flip it over without catching it on fire. All right? Just going to take the tortilla, drop it on there. Just kind of want to give it a little toasting.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't burn myself.
I hope you don't too.
All right. So now that I got it flipped, I want to fold. Boy, that's getting hot. Fold. Whew. And fold. So now it's folded like a rectangle, right?
Yep.
Ooh. She's getting toasty. Now, I want to flip it again. Stick a weight on it.
Oh yeah.
So what that's doing then is it's creasing the edges. So then, like, whenever you go to Subway and you would get those breads, what is it?
Flatbread.
The flatbread. This is keto flatbread style. So it'll toast it up, and then there we go. These are all nice. You don't have to wait it after this, but we're going to because it's there.
Why not? Right?
Why not?
And I see a lot of recipes, people doing that, and they're sticking pieces of string cheese in each of those flips over and putting a cheese crust on the outside of it.
And then make it a pizza.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's was kind of where I got the idea from.
You get
Was doing
crust.
something like that. Yeah.
You got a stuffed crust pizza.
Yes.
Frog legs. I love frog legs. Yeah, I know the taste of them. I love them.
Yeah. It's good. I like frog legs. My wife, not so much. But
Yeah,
that's
my
all right.
wife can eat them.
It's not about her. Wild Fork. That's where it is. Wild Fork. So now we're toasting up. Let me pull this dude off to the side. You got somewhere to put it? Coming at you. Boy, that's hot. Whew. All right. Now you need this up on top, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So then, well, I don't want to set it right there, but you take your plate and that square, you put 3 meatballs in and everything, and fold that dude up. It would hold its shape and make it like a sub, like a hoagie roll type deal.
Yep. And what you could do in there when you make the rolls, put cheese underneath there, and that'll help it to stick down also.
Yep.
The cheese, the natural glue.
All right. So that was just a little quickie, quick something.
That's a good one. That's a good hack. Good use of it.
Good little hack. So that way you're still keeping kind of low carb and still eating eating what everybody else is eating.
Yeah.
So, Wild Fork frog legs.
Frog legs, I know the taste of them. I love them.
I like those almost better than chicken wings.
You know what? Me
I
too.
don't find them very often around here, though.
Yeah.
I used to buy it down here at
Growing up, we used to go frog gigging and get our own.
what was that store that just closed down? Used to be by like
KJ's?
KJ's.
Yeah. But, all right. Well, we're getting close on time. So, what you think there, Mike?
I think we done hit this one out of the park.
Yep.
Lee, could you taste the garlic butter on the crust on the bread?
I did not get a standout garlic butter, but it did remind me of pizza. So it did remind me like you get a piece of pizza and you fold it in half and shove it into your face. You try to get a whole slice in 2 bites. Yep. Yep.
Well, I don't know that I'd have wanted it to have a overwhelming garlic taste with the bun. But if I got a hint of the garlic on there, that'd be perfect.
Yep. Yeah,
Well,
no, it was delicious the way it was.
There you go.
And
otherwise, it takes away from everything. It drowns out what else you've got.
Garlic is very powerful. It can
It
drown it
surely
out.
is. It surely is. Yes.
And when I get, I'm still on the hunt. I got to go to the right store. I'll get the right torch, and we'll be able to brown and toast really quick. But the weed burner that I got from Harbor Freight is a little too much for.
Hey, Lee,
Yeah.
get a lighter and the wife's hairspray. You got a torch.
Well, I could use olive oil. That way, it's food safe.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you're going to go there,
Yeah.
worry about food safe. I mean,
Well, we are eating it.
yeah.
Like tonight, Rusty's gonna feed to his family. I mean, we could probably go get the hairspray. So, but awesome, man. I had a good time.
I did too. This has been fun.
Me too. It felt good to get out of the house.
I love it. You came over here and joined us, Rusty. I hope to see you more often.
Well, now the daylight's lasting longer, I'll be able to come down some more.
That's a good thing. Man, I tell you what, I had people tell me before, it's like, I don't know why you like daylight saving time so much. I said, because it stays light later. They said, well, it's just, you get the same amount of daylight. I said, but it's at a different part of the day.
Right.
And they said, well, so what does that matter? I said, well, in the winter months, when I'd go to work, it'd be dark. And when I came home, it's dark.
It's more depressing.
Exactly.
Yep.
They said,
my wife's happy to get me out the house too. She said, "You can see the drive now. Go down the Lees." Literally, I live 3 minutes. I take a left out of his driveway, head up towards my house. It takes me 3 minutes to get we live on the same road.
oh, okay.
Just 3 minutes apart.
It's about 6 to 7 or 10 if I'm driving.
You're like me. I drive slow enough to drive Miss Daisy.
Oh yeah, I got fired from Daisy.
Oh.
So, well, this was a good show.
Yes, it was.
Good show. So, since you picked this one, I'll pick the next one.
That sounds like a winner.
And or maybe I'll have Rusty pick it.
Oh, now there's a thought. You want to do that, Rusty?
You should have told me earlier today.
Well, you got till Friday. Well, Saturday morning. You got till Saturday morning.
Yep.
Because we're judging a competition in Sumter, South Carolina.
Okay.
So we're going down there. So he'll have till Saturday morning. Well, on the way home, I'll text you, Mike, and tell you what he says.
That'll work. Hey, I want to know something now. Since y'all judges, if I get y'all powdered wigs and a robe, will y'all wear them while you're judging?
I don't know. We'll wear it on the live on Sunday.
You know what I'm talking about? The old time way they dress.
Yeah.
They still do it. They still do it.
The rolls and the curls.
Yeah, they still do it in the UK. They still dress like that.
We're not in Parliament though.
No.
We're just certified. We're not. Well, he's a senior. I haven't hit senior status yet.
Oh yeah, I have hit that by several years.
Well, in our competition thing, you start out as a novice and you have certain criteria you got to hit, and then you move up to certified, and then you have to hit the criteria there. Then you become a senior, and then once you hit the criteria to move up to master, then it doesn't really matter. But
Nancy at Our Treasured Home said that would be fun and cool to wear those wigs. Well, it sounds like folks love it.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Like I said, we can do it on a Sunday. We can do it on a Wednesday. I don't know if we'll do it in a competition.
You would be the top of the competition.
What would be neat is if we did like a chop video, but it would have to be like two of us in the same place, and then we present to the judges like on Chopped or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're wearing it.
Oh yeah. And the bat says, "Here come the judge."
Yeah. That could be interesting.
Yeah. I swear I'll buy them and send them to y'all.
Wearing them for a competition, boy, they would flip out. They'd be like, "What in the world?"
You'd be the talk of the competition.
Yeah.
For years to come, you ain't gonna believe what Lee and Rusty wore one time.
Oh yeah, that would probably get talked about more than mustard sauce.
Yeah.
Because surprisingly, mustard sauce is not used in competition barbecue,
And I don't understand that.
and
'Cause I
neither
love
is vinegar.
Yeah, I love the tomato based sauce. I love all the sauces. The vinegar based, the tomato based, the mustard, the Alabama white sauce. I love all of it. And I use all of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, they say put that Alabama white sauce on chicken. No, I put that stuff on anything. It don't matter.
Coney dogs. Honey Badger, what's up, buddy?
Conies. Oh, now there's a thought.
So we just did hot dog chili, didn't we? Chili cheese fries.
Cheese fries, yeah.
Coney dogs. Why don't we do? Let's change that up and do corn dogs.
Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know if I can. I have tried corn dogs and they did not come out.
Yeah, the keto cornbread never. It's more almond flour and it's real gritty. Keto, keep it simple. Keto
Hey,
simple. I did watch your show where you was interviewed on that. That was a good interview.
Yes, it was. I had fun doing that. I enjoyed it a whole lot.
Yeah, that was a good interview.
I mean, I'm telling you, I can't get. Every time I've tried to make corn dogs, and I've tried it 5 or 6 times, it just doesn't work for me. I haven't figured out any way that I can make it work. So I'm going to have to say no to the corn dogs because it will. I'm telling you, they fall apart. The corn dog part falls apart. It is not a pretty sight.
All right. Well, I will text you, so it'll be a surprise then.
All right.
Text you, Mike, Wednesday afternoon with a topic.
Sounds good.
And
He's not trying to figure out a corn dog, how to make it work.
So I've done the cornbread, which if you quarter a hot dog or half a hot dog and drop it in the corn stick skillet with the cornbread on top, there's your corn dog.
Yeah.
The problem is the keto cornbread that I made, I couldn't eat a whole piece.
Yeah.
It was just not very
good.
Yeah. It looked great. It smelled good. And it tasted fine, but you know the corn stick pan. I couldn't eat a whole piece. So that was the hang up on that. Sorry, let's see. I'll figure it out maybe. Surprises are good. Deep frying it.
I tried that way. It didn't work.
I think is the issue. So deep frying it. The hard part is almond flour. You would have to use something else.
I've tried almond flour. I've tried coconut flour. I've tried protein powder. It just did not work.
Yeah, he's saying getting the batter to stick to the dog.
Exactly. It does not want to stick.
No. And the only way kind of around that is, if you slice, crosshatch the hot dog, so and then when you got it in there, you got to move it around so the batter gets into the crosshatches.
Right.
And then you got to put it into a mold so it'll kind of if it leaks out, it holds a shape.
Right. Well, that might work. And I have thought about how it would work trying to use cheese and ground up pork rinds for the cornbread part.
You could probably do like, now if you can find it and that doesn't cost you your like, one of your fingers.
Yeah.
The corn extract.
That's what it cost me to make this.
Corn extract. It's pricey. I looked it up. And
Yeah,
it is pricey.
Well, you can take a hot dog, half it, and then lay it down flat in a waffle iron and put the mix on the bottom, then the hot dog, and then on the top, and make you a flat corn dog.
Like a quote unquote keto corn dog waffle.
Yeah.
But with it being flat, the batter would be able to cover top and bottom.
Now we just gave just Jason another video if he's paying attention.
You talking about this?
Yep.
You can see I've already used it some, but it just, it helped give it the corn taste. But if I can't get it to adhere to anything, the corn taste doesn't much matter.
Yeah, I think the key would be, instead of frying it, you'd have to put it on a stick, and then put it in a batter, and then bake it like you would bread.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll play around with that one, and we'll do that at a later date when we figure it out.
Yeah, I haven't given up on it. It's just that everything I've tried so far has failed, and I stepped away from it to see if I could make it work, figure out how.
Yeah.
Your attempts haven't failed. Your attempts taught you ways not to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. I'm starting to get irritated when I hear the word fail, because it's all learning lessons.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like when you failed a test in school and you got that paper back that had the big F and it wrote fail, and then it says we need to talk.
Yeah.
Man, that made you feel so bad.
Yeah.
So if you're battling depression like I do, you don't want to hear that I failed making this or I failed making that, because that makes me feel even worse.
Yep.
So I always use it as a learning experience. I learned from it.
That's the way I
turned out like I wanted, but I learned from it.
Yep. Well, y'all ready to get out of here and let's go eat?
Yep.
I gotta feed the family.
There you go.
So that worked out real good.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, these are the best ones of the night.
Best ones of the night. I need a picture. Hold on. I gotta find my phone.
Yeah, there's your thumbnail right there.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. They toasted up. All right. Let me
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's look good. That came out well.
Looks good. I mean, you all see it when I post the thumbnail later.
There you are.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot.
All right.
Rusty.
Yes, sir.
You got to get some of these.
Yeah.
I've got some over here, but I'm afraid of ripping them up whenever I'm trying to pick them up. They're sticking to the bottom of the trivet. I didn't spray it, so if I try to lift it up, I'm going to end up splitting them. So I got Lee's little scraper here, and I'm scooping it to loosen it.
That'll work.
And I just touched the side of the Dutch oven.
Well, at least I ain't the only one who does that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Everybody, y'all have a great night and a blessed week.
Good to see you too, Dusty.
And
Yes, everybody.
man, I don't know, man. I'm having a blessed week, and I'm sure y'all are too. Just be the reason when somebody smiles today.
Yep.
My neighbor lady came down and wanted to ride down to the store, and we laughed halfway there and halfway back.
There you go.
And the other time she was crying because she was laughing so hard.
There you go.
So,
Yep. Do a random act of kindness for somebody you don't know.
yep. As simple as if you're walking into the grocery store and you see somebody unloading a cart, ask them to take your cart.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd be surprised the look on their face when you stop and ask them that, and then they unload the cart and they ain't got to walk it in.
Yeah.
Or leave it sit or anything like that. No, thank you so much. So, yep, one random act of kindness.
Pull the cart out for somebody that came in behind you and let them say, "Here, would you like this cart?"
Yep.
And Aldi is one of my biggest clients, and all the time that I'm here with a buggy at Aldi, and I just give it to someone else, and they try to hand me the quarter, and I say, "No, I don't need it. Thank you. Here's your buggy."
Yep, I do that too.
Yep. One act of kindness, man.
That's
a challenge. That's the challenge for the whole chat this week.
I love it.
One random act of kindness. All right, Mike, send us out of here.
All righty. Folks, appreciate you tuning in. Hope to see you back here again. All of y'all, thanks again. Lee, what do you tell everybody?
There's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. You guys are awesome.
Let's be careful out there.
Have a great week, everybody.
guys.
Thanks, Rusty, for stepping in.
Thanks for having me back.